So, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would make a review of Borderlands 3, because to be honest with you, this game has pretty much consumed my life. Thanks to this game, I have less of a social life than I did before, and that is saying something. But anyway, let's get cracking, shall we? Borderlands 3 introduces 4 different Vault Hunters, that is, Peter's arch nemesis, Diva, Jacksepticeye, and Forearms, my personal favourite being, just like everyone else, Peter's arch nemesis, or Flak, whatever you want to call him. He uses 3 enslaved pets, which is a Skag, Spider Ant, and Jabber. He's kind of like the Gunzerker from Borderlands 2, as in, he's not similar to the Gunzerker, it's just because everyone plays as him. But I think I had more fun with Flak than I did out of all the previous Vault Hunters from all the previous games. However, we're not here to talk about the previous games. I mean, I would love to talk about the previous games. I've fucking played Borderlands 2 more than I'd like to admit. But anyway, let's talk about Borderlands 3. So, I wanted to discuss all the good bits and all the poopy bits about Borderlands 3, but let's talk about the good bits first. Well, kind of a mixture. I wanted to first start with the environments and planets of Borderlands 3. From the bright lights of Promethea to the dangerous, swampy areas of Eden 6, each location feels different and interesting. But now, let's talk about the vehicles. The vehicles have been improved a lot. It no longer feels like you're pushing a Lego car through carpet. Each vehicle feels pretty fun to control, and the weapons are still a bit meh, but it's much more enjoyable. You can hijack vehicles and bring them back to the catcher ride to unlock new parts, and I think that's very cool. Now, let's talk about the music. I love the music from the previous games, and Borderlands 3 unfortunately is a bit hit and miss for me. Now, it's up to people's personal tastes, but I don't think it was as good as the previous games. I loved the soundtrack on Sanctuary, I think that was very good. However, the rest of the game, don't get me wrong, it has good tracks, but not nearly as good as Borderlands 2. Now let's talk about Marcus. Marcus functions a lot differently. It used to be Crazy Earl, who used to sell you your SDU upgrades, I think they were called. However, it's now Marcus. He sells it with money, he doesn't want Iridium, and things are a bit more expensive. In fact, Iridium and money function differently. You earn money in Iridium much quicker than you did in the previous games. Speaking of the absolute madman himself, the man who ate a car with a fork, here is Crazy Earl. He functions differently as well. You have his little vending machine where he can get absolutely amazing guns or shields. Also, if you go up to his door, he sells cosmetic items, which is very, very nice. Something that's much better than Borderlands 2 is the actual cosmetic items you can get, for example heads and skins. There are also trinkets and weapon skins to customize your gun, and I'll be getting into that later. And by later, I mean right now. If you go to your gun, you can see this little bit here, and customize your trinkets. Each of them look really good. You can either unlock them through the story, or you can buy them from Crazy Earl. You can choose. Now let's get into the guns and weapon skins. You can change how your gun looks by adding weapon skins. Now, every single gun looks really nice in Borderlands 3 anyway, but it's nice to have. As you can see, you can change it from black to red to white to pretty much any colour you can think of, and it's very nice. Also, a feature that I love is you can look at the manufacturer, but you can also look at the parts your gun has. So for example, you can look at the stock, barrel, how much damage the gun does, and all of that stuff. It's a really nice feature, and I use it quite a lot. Now, let's talk about the main villains, Tyreen and Troy. Now, I'm going to put this in the most polite way possible. They're shit. Now, they're not absolutely terrible, but they're nowhere near as good as Daddy Jack. Now, making a villain than Handsome Jack was no easy task. Handsome Jack was unique in his own way. He had a lot of charisma, he was really funny, he had a great personality, you hated him, but you kinda loved him at the same time. The Calypso twins, on the other hand, are about as funny as a stale ham sandwich. Don't get me wrong, they have their moments here and there. I especially like the part where Tyrene gives you a side quest to kill yourself. It was a nice callback to Borderlands 2, where Handsome Jack gives you pretty much the same quest. But apart from that, that was really their only memorable part to me, which is really unfortunate. I don't think they're the worst, but they don't hold a candle to Jack, which was really, because having bad villains definitely does make the storyline a lot weaker to me, and it's really sad. Now let's talk about the guns, the most important part of Borderlands, and they feel absolutely fantastic. They've pretty much taken the gunplay from previous Borderlands games and just made it much better, which is pretty much all I could ask for. There's more ways to brutally murder your fellow man, such as turning a sniper into a shotgun, turning a pistol, like making a pistol fire little mini rockets and exploding your enemies. Or maybe you could change your like SMG into a burst fire or semi-auto. That's pretty awesome. It kind of reminds me of Rage 2. Rage 2 had alternate firing modes for weapons. However, the big difference between Rage 2 and Borderlands is that Borderlands 3 is actually a good game. Now let's talk about returning characters. So, this is going to be pretty spoilery, so if you haven't played Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, then you should probably click off this video. Okay, are you gone? Okay, now let's get into the spoilers. Borderlands 3 has many returning characters. Well, I say many, kind of like 5. You have Zero, Maya, that's about it. I mean, obviously excluding Lilith and all the others. However, the rest of the Vault Hunters don't make an appearance, such as Salvador, Krieg, Gage, and Axton, which was very unfortunate. The same can also be said for the Tales from the Borderlands characters, which I was really excited for. Reese and Vaughn make an appearance, but characters such as Fiona, Sasha, Loaderbot, Gortys, and August don't. It's really a shame. Now, talking about Reese has a new voice actor. Unfortunately, Troy Baker couldn't reprise his role as Reese, which was very unfortunate. However, I think the new guy does a fantastic job capturing Reese's character. And also, I absolutely loved Claptrap's new voice actor. Claptrap is pretty much the mascot for Borderlands, and I think the new voice actor did such a great job that I actually forgot that it was new. I thought it was the original at some points. So I don't think they get the credit they deserve, which is pretty sad. Anyway, this has been my review of Borderlands 3. Now, do I recommend you get this game? Well, coming from a Borderlands fan, yes, this game is pretty much exactly what I wanted. All I really wanted from a sequel was better gunplay and my little boy Claptrap, and they delivered in a really great way. If you're a fan of Borderlands but you haven't bought the game yet, I recommend you do, especially if you're a fan of Borderlands 2. This game is pretty much Borderlands 2 but just so much better in every way, apart from the storyline and villains. But if you enjoy shooter-looters, I definitely recommend you should pick this game up as well, because Borderlands is pretty much the franchise that started it all. And obviously, if you're not a fan of shooter-looters, if you don't like cringy memes, oh, that's something I was going to include in the storyline section. Borderlands 3 uses some really dead memes, and I'm not just talking dead memes. These memes have decomposed and turned into dust. They're so dead. I think TDR guns are the ones you throw to reload, and I shit you not, when I threw a TDR gun, it literally said, yeet, in 2019. Now, I'm sure there's still people who say yeet in 2019, but fucking hell, that was, I think I laughed for a good 5 minutes, unintentionally. Like, I mean, you know what I mean, and there's many more bad jokes in Borderlands. However, that's kind of the humour I love in Borderlands. It's pretty much the humour that I loved in all previous games, and it's still the same here. But anyway, I do recommend you get this game if you love Borderlands, but if you're not into shooter-looters like I said, then don't. Anyway guys, this has been my review of Borderlands 3. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. Well, actually, not goodbye yet. I wanted to make this quick little segment about talking about my channel update. Now, my most recent video was a channel update, so that's pretty much useless. I might delete my video that I made about my upload schedule, because my new upload schedule is just going to be whenever. Now, that's not really a good idea, because having an upload schedule is pretty good, because your viewers can anticipate when you are going to upload, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to upload when I'm in the mood, because when I'm not in the mood to make a video, I don't really enjoy making the videos. I know, big shock. But yeah, just expect my videos whenever. It could be in a few weeks, or it could be 2022 when I next upload. So that's about it. And also something I would like, maybe you could leave a comment in the description saying if you enjoy my content or if you want me to make a few changes. I don't like it when channels ask for you to leave a comment like, hey, make sure to hit like, subscribe, comment. And I don't like that. I'm not going to do any of that in the future, but just for this one time only, I would really appreciate if you could leave a comment giving me advice. This part is unscripted, by the way. Maybe just giving me advice from what you would like to see. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and goodbye.